Monique Lynelle. Hi, this is Monique Lynelle of the Monique Lynelle Show, and welcome. Today we have guests that will be pinpointing organizations that are doing positive things in our community. The Waiting Walk with Detour.
Hey there, I am Jewel Bullock, and I'm one of the founders of an organization called Detour Movement, and I am really just passionate about helping people within the kingdom get their mind right. From their mind to their mission to their mate is what I do and what I'm truly passionate about. So Detour Movement is an organization that's really just about helping women to renew their mind so they can transform their life. And we do that by really just walking women through the steps. So we have certain steps that we walk women through to help them to discover the truth of who they really are. And really it's through the word of God. We expose the truth and we dispel the lies. And through that they come into the revelation of who they really are and stand confidently and boldly as the woman of God that they truly are. And it really just makes all the difference. Absolutely. So in addition to what I do within Detour Movement, an extension of what I offer to really help focus on that mate piece, because I'm really just passionate about helping women to make the right choice in their dating relationships, is I offer coaching, right? One-on-one coaching, because within Detour Movement we have memberships that's available to people in its various levels, but it's a group membership. But sometimes people find that their situation, circumstances, they want more one-on-one attention and one-on-one time, whether that's for 30 days or up to 12 months. And I have that available for people. And what I pretty much do is spend some time identifying right where they are, looking back at where they came from and where they are right now, and really seeing, okay, what is your vision, what's your goal in the next 3, 6, 9, 12 months in terms of where you want to go in your relationships. And what I do is pretty much just create a roadmap to help you get there. And I've had a lot of clients who's just have been given raving reviews, even as little as 30 days, they've been given raving reviews about how they've grown, how they transformed. And it's really at the end of the day, what we're doing is positioning and preparing women for marriage, right? Because it's definitely a preparation process that goes into it. Absolutely. I'm so excited about this project, and it's called Sexless Singles: How to Live a Sexless Life in a Sex-Filled World. And really this has been something that's been on my spirit to do for a long time, but for various reasons I resisted. I was like, let somebody else do it. There's so many people out there with such amazing testimonials, but I really know and believe that God called me to do it because, being a sexless single was truly a challenge for me in my journey. And so through that, I'm able to share with other women how I was able to overcome that and even, understand some of the struggles and challenges that they go through. But I must say that this book is really what's birthing me to now stop talking about just helping women, connect with a man, but also just people in the kingdom connecting with the right mate, because I have so many guys that connect with me on Periscope and various social media platforms. And so this book is definitely written to the man and to the woman. And it really is just a book that really truly outlines how to live a sexless life, because let the truth be told, oftentimes you hear it if you raise up in the church or people talk about it and they say that it's in the Bible and that this is what you should do, but it can seem to be challenging, and it is very challenging when you are winging it. So what I do is get that winging it out of there and help you to really come up with a step-by-step process that you can follow to help you to be whole and pure during your time of singleness. It's through my own journey that really started me going for Detour Movement. And really we started at abstaining for Jesus, back in 2011. I really can go further than that, but I'll just start there. And really what had happened was, this was a series of my own journey. I grew up first starting out as a young little tom girl, and then from there I quickly went into my middle school years, and I just recall I had my Daisy Dukes on and my high heels and, kind of just doing my thing. And I quickly started to draw a lot of attention of guys. Back in the South, they would say you're quote unquote fat up. which means that you had thick thighs, and you were a shapely young woman, and I was that, so I attracted guys. And when they were attracting me, I really didn't know what to do. I was young, naive, got caught up in relationships, submitting my body to men, and I was just naive in that time. And so that kind of matriculated for years, that went on, unfortunately, and I finally got to a place that I started to realize that I had been seeking intimacy, love, wholeness, and fulfillment in a relationship. Oftentimes, I like to say what I was doing is I was seeking a long-term solution through a short-term fix. And the short-term fix was sex, because it was a confusion, right? I was thinking that through those physical relationships, I thought I was getting love. I thought I was getting intimacy, but truly it was more lust and sex. And as God started to reveal that to me, I started to pull myself away from that and say, this is not honoring to God. This is not really me standing in my truth. My story is I've been raised in the church. I was a preacher's daughter. What did I have any business doing, dating? First it was drug dealers, that then they turned into jailbirds, and then ex-convicts, but God was just telling me that, hey, Jill, I have so much greater for you. So as God started to reveal that to me in my life, and as I started to walk in that, and very soon I just started to see the guys that I was attracting in my life was totally different. I was no longer attracting those jailbirds and, drug dealers or people that wasn't serving my life. I was attracting men of God, men who have integrity, and that really was the beginning of my journey. And when I started to see that, I wanted to share my story because I didn't want a woman to have to learn so hard. I went through so much guilt. I went through so much pain. I went through rejection, shame. I mean, the list can go on. And I said, how can I use this test to be a testimonial? So it's just not about me and my story, what I went through, but how I can use that to bless other people, in the kingdom. And that's pretty much what I've been doing. We started with the blog. I started doing that 6 months in. I realized, if you have a blog, you got to get people to read it. So we started on social media, and in 2013, we decided to make it an official business entity, and we've been holding conferences and really just going out and trying to impact and change the lives of people through the renewing of their mind. If you are in this season, this time saying, I really want to, I'm fed up with what's going on in my relationships. I'm tired of going from one dead-end relationship to another dead-end relationship. I'm not receiving the fulfillment. I feel a level of emptiness. Then this book is for you, because this is really going to show you how to live that sexless singles journey and have fun doing it. I'm telling you, my sexless years was some of my best years, because they were living outside the box, living not so caught up on the physical, but just having a chance to explore so much more than that. And it really just opened up the doors of connection in a way I never thought was possible before. Like to say, if you would like to continue to have this conversation with me, I encourage you to follow me on Facebook at Jill Bullock, and that's JILLBULLUCK. And you can find me on Facebook. I'm also on Instagram and on YouTube. And also you can find me under Jill and Treal on YouTube. We have dozens of videos up there you can check. And I'm also on Periscope, as I mentioned. And I look forward to connecting with you soon. We lastly have a Facebook group that I encourage you to join. It's DMI Kingdom Women Lounge. DMI Kingdom Women Lounge. And lastly, I said that, but let me tell you one more thing. I would be remiss if I did not give you a free gift. You can get a free gift if you just text 44222, text 44222, and text God's Best, and we will send you the 7 critical mistakes most women make, that's keeping them from God's best. And we will send that directly to you. We will send it directly to your inbox. So just text 44222. We'll send that directly to you. And if you're in season, again, if you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling like you want to move to the next dimension, if you feel like you don't really know what's going on, but you just know that something different needs to happen, then grab a copy of that, and I know it will bless your life. Thank you so much for having me. It's definitely been a pleasure.
And today's color is blue. As you can see, I'm wearing blue. So that's the color for the day. So if you see this, then that should be the color you try to put on today, because it's blue day. So if I wear purple, that'll be purple day. If I wear black and white, that'll be black and white day. If I'm wearing orange or yellow, that'll be the color for the day. If it's a certain week where I can, you know, have it for the whole week, that'll be great too. But I want to start it for whatever day it is that I'm wearing that color. I want people that can see it to wear that color that day. So it'll be a little thing that we do together. Since I don't have a studio audience, you're my audience out there. So when you see this, that day is that color day. Got it? So today will be blue day. And on the day you see it, that's the color you wear. Okay? So see you next time. Thank you for joining me here at the Monique Lynelle Show, and stay tuned for interviews with industry professional, entertainment industry professionals, and organizations doing positive things in our community, and also faith-based guests that have different things to offer, and we'll be highlighting their businesses. Thank you so much, and join me next time for the Monique Lynelle Show. Have a blessed day. Monique Lynelle. The Waiting Walk with Detour. Hi, and welcome to the Monique Lynelle Show. Today we're highlighting a lady that's a part of co-founding an organization to help young women get their lives on the right track. Her name is Miss Treal. So Treal, it's great to meet you. This is Monique Lynelle. We're going to go ahead and get started. You're a co-founder of a women's organization called Detour Movement, right?
Yes.
Okay, so could you tell us how the organization got started?
Oh man, long story, and believe it or not, Monique, can I call you Monique?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay. And let me just back up really, really quickly and just thank you so much for allowing me to share this space with you on this evening on the Monique Lynelle Show. Definitely don't take it lightly, and I appreciate this opportunity. So if I could just go back a little bit, we never anticipated for this movement to be anything further or anything more than just a blog. My sister, Jill Bullock, who is also co-founder, we lived in San Diego for a period of time where we helped young women and young girls just to be more motivated and empowered and to live a better life. And that just was something that we naturally did, being the obstacles and things that we had gone through. So we decided to just start blogging and, little simple things like that and little meetups and things, not thinking much of it at all. But after a while, when we saw our community growing extensively, we knew, in fact, that it had to be something more. It had to be something bigger and also better. And, in fact, God was taking us in the direction to do that. So as we both moved from San Diego and ended up on two other parts of the world, I'm in Charleston, South Carolina, and Jill is actually in the Upper Marlboro area. We decided that this would be an actual organization or a business. And that's how Detour Movement came about.
Okay, so Treal, when did you get this organization started?
Well, I have to say, given the background and in essence, we were already, operating in our purpose, but Detour Movement in itself set up in the year 2011, and that's when we had our first actual event here in the Charleston, South Carolina area. We had about 20 or 25 women that came out, and that basically started us into this journey that we're on right now, when now is just hosting workshops and events and speaking and coaching and all that great stuff that we've now dabbled into.
Okay, so that leads to my next question. Well, I was going to ask how are you getting involved in the community? And you said something about having an event.
Yes.
So you have conferences and stuff like that?
Absolutely. This past first week in August, just a couple of weeks ago, we just had our third annual Fabulous I Am conference. It was a Women in Business Business and Relationship Conference, forgive me. It was in actually the Silver Spring, Maryland area, and we had over 100 women that registered for that conference over the course of 2 days. And we've had those conferences again for 3 years now. We're planning to be back in the Silver Spring, Maryland next August as well. And besides that, that's our big event. So that's our big bang, right? Besides that, we have workshops that we host throughout the year. Normally, like once a quarter, we'll have a workshop both here in Charleston, South Carolina, and also in Maryland. We'll mimic the same type of workshop. In addition to that, we do coaching and consulting and speaking and other events and giving engagements and things of that nature. So we try to get involved as much as possible, and not just with our event, but we partner with other events as well. There are a few people that we normally partner with to help with volunteering at their events or their mission and purpose and things of that nature, just to give back. And particularly, we do deal with the young girls and the women, but we also help with events that are catered to men and young boys as well. So there's no limit to our service per se, but we definitely make sure that anything that we do, we're impacting the community and impacting the kingdom most of all.
What does Detour Movement stand for?
Oh, wow. Great question. So another funny story, when we set up, we were abstaining the number 4, Jesus. And our whole mission behind, our purpose behind that was we wanted women to abstain from anything that will prohibit or hinder them from living God's best. But when we would get, when we would introduce ourselves as abstaining for Jesus, individuals will often say, oh man, that means that I have to abstain from sex. It was always like a negative connotation or association to it. Yes, but that's not all. And the message we wanted to get across beyond you abstaining from sex, people just stopped there. We had to explain much further because people thought abstaining means, no sex, or things of that nature. So beyond that, we wanted people to know, no, it's just not about that, but it's about you abstaining or removing yourself, detouring, turning the other way from anything or anyone that will prevent you from living God's best. So as we progressed and things of that nature, we decided that it would be a great move and being led by the Holy Spirit to change our name. And Detour Movement was the name that we changed. And at that first event that I told you about we had in 2011, we had detour signs that we created ourselves. We were low budget at that, and they had detour signs on them just to be able to relate to our vision and what we were trying to do at the time. So that's just funny how that all turns around. But Detour Movement is basically telling women to detour, to turn away from, to move, to go the opposite way of anything or anyone that's going to hinder you from living your God's best, that's going to hinder you from walking in confidence, from loving yourself, from accepting who you are, and basically just from living your purpose. So that's what Detour Movement as a whole stands for. Our mission is all about total transformation. And in fact, our conference that we had a couple weeks ago, that was the sub-theme per se, if I can say that. It was about total transformation, but it was from the inside out.
Well, I think that's absolutely great. I really love how it comes across, and detouring from going the wrong way or the wrong path, turning to go towards the right path is definitely what our communities and our country needs. So where do you see Detour Movement going within the next 5 years?
Oh man, great question. And as myself and also Joe both transition, out of our investors and doing what we're doing full time because that's what God has called us to do. Our goal is to be traveling all around the world, speaking and coaching and helping young women and young girls to live their God, the best life that God has called them to do. And as simple as it may sound, so many women of all ages, they don't understand like what that looks like. What does that feel like? How does that show up in the world? And God's best is in your money, making sure you're financially secure. If you want to operate as a business leader, then making sure you're able to do that in your health and fitness, you know what I mean? In your faith and definitely in your relationship. So that's our goal in the next 5 years, to be able to see ourselves traveling all around the world, just getting the message out, speaking to the masses of women and also young girls, mentoring and things of that nature, and helping them to live the life that God has destined for them to live since they were formed in their mother's womb.
Oh, well, I think that is awesome. And how can people get involved in your organization if they want to be a part of it, a member, or if they want to donate?
Absolutely. Yeah, we have various levels of membership that we do offer. Detour Movement as a whole is a free membership. We have a Facebook group on social media, and it's the DMI Fabulous I Am. So anyone can join that Facebook group, and that's just a low-level membership. We also have a second tier to the membership that's Kingdom Partners and Kingdom Preneurs and Kingdom Builders. And with that membership, individuals are able to, it would be a monthly fee that they would pay, and they will get several bonuses that are offered. In addition to that, we have 2 calls that we host per month just for those members, and the calls are focused around spiritual development, and also the second call will be centered around business development. And in addition to that, they get access to the events that we have both in the Charleston and the Maryland area. And then our Kingdom Builders, which will actually be our third tier, that's for any woman that's desiring to start a business or has already started a business and need a push further and help with branding and marketing and things of that nature. We help you on that journey as well. So it's a 3-tier membership that you join if that's something that you would like to do. And if anyone has additional questions or they want to, talk further of how they can be involved, they can always go to detourmovement.org. That's detourmovement.org, all one word. Or they can email us at jillandtreal@detourmovement.com. That's JILLAND TREAL@detourmovement.com.
Well, that's absolutely fabulous. I think you're going in the right direction. So you've already made your detours and now you're helping other people make theirs. I appreciate your time, Ms. Treal, and I wish you much success, and Jill, and your organization. Great. So I think you're doing great things, and I hope that God continues to bless you.
Thank you so much, Monique. I really appreciate it.
All right. Thank you. And thank you so much to our guest this evening, Ms. Treal Ravenel. And this is the Monique Lynelle Show with Monique Lynelle. Stay tuned for more interviews with industry professionals and with organizations that are doing positive things in our communities. And look forward to greatness. Have a blessed day. Monique Lynelle. Monique Lynelle.